What will happen when an alien message reaches us? Nothing? Or will mankind plunge into chaos, panic? Or will the complete computer communication infrastructure be destroyed? Two researchers have now looked into all sorts of scenarios, and I can only say it won't end well. Now Clixoom Science Fiction, here you'll find exciting science videos. Subscribe to the channel and don't miss our new videos. A warm welcome.
1, 2,
Stephen Hawking warned us about it. Contacting aliens. They could be hostile and destroy our species. And towards creation, this act would even be good. Because right now, we are living on Earth as if there were no tomorrow, and that in the truest sense of the word. The destruction of mankind from this point of view would not be so absurd. Climate change could perhaps still be stopped with it. Score for the aliens. But one way or the other, they could be hostile and want the Earth for themselves. The end of mankind would loom. Two scientists have now, for the first time, dealt with something supposedly much more harmless. A message from aliens. What could it contain and what would be the consequences in each case? Horror scenario 1. The aliens create panic. A very simple and effective method. And we can't imagine today what perfidious messages these could be to trigger mass panic. It wouldn't even have to be true. Only a content that describes a cruel scenario that doesn't even have to occur then could lead to the death of billions of people and ring in the end of mankind. Only if the message would be received only in one place and the spreading could be avoided in the consequence, only then this scenario could be prevented. If, however, the message is spread in such a way that as many people as possible would be reached, then mass panic could no longer be prevented. It could be the strongest weapon of aliens against mankind. They would not have to use any weapons, only activate our psyche for self-destruction. Horror scenario 2. The message contains computer viruses. Here too, it would have to be avoided that the message reaches too many people and thus computers. The moment such a virus spreads, the consequences could be cruel. The entire infrastructure of the planet could be destroyed with a mouse click. This could only be prevented with an analysis on paper or with an isolated computer. However, paper would be too expensive, and the fact that the computer is really isolated is theoretically possible but can be bypassed very easily. And researchers all over the world are constantly drawing attention to another problem. News from Earth could attract enemy aliens. So, who is allowed to send such messages? Do they have to be approved? Who decides? Logical conclusion of such considerations: actually mankind must vote on whether such messages may be sent or not. NASA and many astrophysicists and astrobiologists are certain that we will encounter aliens in the next 20 years or so. How and where? That is completely unclear, but already now there is a hint that the interstellar object Oumuamua could come from an extraterrestrial species. The exclusive interview with the discoverer of the mysterious properties of the interstellar object, Harvard professor Abram Loeb, can be found by clicking here and subscribe to the channel here. Stay tuned and see you soon.